The last human colony. The wind whistled through the abandoned streets of Outpost Sigma-7, carrying with it the sharp tang of metal and dust. Buildings, once bustling with human life, now stood hollow, half crumbling, their skeletal frames reaching toward a pale alien sun. Humanity was on the brink here, scattered, hunted, and confined to the fringes of space by the Dominion, a highly advanced alien race that regarded humans as unpredictable pests. I had been scavenging the ruins for weeks, moving silently across rooftops and cracked corridors, always alert for Dominion patrols. Survival was a slow, exhausting game of patience and cunning. I was alone, or so I thought. It started as a sound so faint I almost ignored it, a soft, almost musical whispering that didn't belong to the wind. I froze, straining my ears, my hand instinctively reaching for the plasma pistol at my side. The sound grew louder, delicate, almost like laughter, and yet tinged with fear. Then I saw her, a small figure crouched behind the remains of a collapsed building. Her skin shimmered faintly, iridescent under the sunlight, and her eyes glowed like liquid amber. She was humanoid but undeniably alien, a Starborn child, the Dominion's lost experiment, or so the legend said. And she was staring straight at me, unafraid. You're not like them, she whispered. Her voice was melodic, almost ethereal. You smell like my father. I blinked. Your father? I don't even know you. She stepped closer, her tiny hands clutching a strange crystalline pendant that pulsed softly. Yet there was no malice, only a quiet insistence, as if some deep instinct had drawn her to me. She followed me silently when I moved, her presence both unnerving and strangely comforting. Over the next few days, I learned more about her. She didn't speak in words like humans, not entirely. Her emotions bled into mine in subtle waves: fear, curiosity, longing, and hope. She communicated in a language older than speech, and I realized she trusted me in ways even other humans hadn't dared. She was alone, orphaned by the Dominion's ruthless experiments. But she wasn't helpless. Her small form shimmered with latent energy, abilities I couldn't fully understand, but which reacted to my thoughts, my emotions, and even my presence. Somehow I reminded her of what she had lost. Somehow I was a tether to her past. Our bond grew fast. I taught her simple things: how to scavenge without alerting the Dominion, how to hide, and how to survive. In turn, she guided me, revealing hidden paths and subtle dangers I had missed. Together, we were stronger than I had imagined. For the first time in months, I didn't feel entirely alone. But peace is never permanent on Outpost Sigma-7. Dominion patrols were relentless. One evening, as we navigated the skeleton of a once thriving market, the dull hum of alien drones cut through the air. They had found us. I grabbed the child's hand. "Run," I whispered. "Don't let go." We darted through alleys, vaulted over rubble, and slipped into the shadows. My heart hammered, but as we ran, I realized something astounding. Her energy pulsed in sync with my own resolve, creating a shield-like ripple that confused the drones, making our movements unpredictable. The Dominion had never accounted for humans working in tandem with the Starborn. It wasn't brute strength that saved us. It was ingenuity, unpredictability, and empathy. Humanity had been underestimated. Once again, we found temporary refuge in the remains of an old communications tower. The child's amber eyes glowed faintly, and she pressed her pendant to my chest. A rush of memories and emotions flooded through me, fragments of her family, lost and scattered, intertwined with visions of human courage stretching across the stars. I understood then. The Dominion may control the universe with technology, but they could never control the human spirit. She looked up at me, her small hand brushing my cheek. "Stay," she said simply. I nodded, and for the first time in a long time, I felt hope. The following days were a test of survival and strategy. We scavenged food, avoided patrols, and slowly began uncovering clues about hidden alien technology buried beneath the colony. My ingenuity and her unique abilities unlocked something the Dominion hadn't foreseen, a device that could disrupt their control grid. Together, human and alien, we became the spark of rebellion. Our bond inspired the scattered human survivors, giving them courage to rise. Each small victory was a testament to our shared resilience. In the final confrontation, we faced a Dominion commander who underestimated the human heart. I devised a plan that used the child's abilities and human cunning in perfect harmony. The Dominion forces faltered, unprepared for cooperation between species driven by trust, empathy, and sheer determination. Humanity had survived, not because of weapons, but because of our ingenuity and spirit. When the dust settled, the child stood beside me. She no longer needed to hide. Her people were gone, but she had found a home. I had found a companion, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of the galaxy, hope persists. Together, we would rebuild, teach, and show the Dominion and the universe that humanity, paired with courage and heart, could overcome anything. She smiled up at me. Your kind is strong. Like my father, I smiled back. Stronger than they'll ever know. And so, under the pale alien sun, human and Starborn stood side by side, ready to face whatever the galaxy would throw at us.